Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Hope everybody's having a great Friday morning. I'm having an all right one. I can't really complain too much, but I hope y'all are having a great one so far. This is the Captain's Quarter Show. I am your host, L Milliner, the captain, and I am not afraid to rock the boat. Okay, I'm not afraid to rock the boat. So if you're not, if you're here for somebody to just keep it real with you, keep it 100, you in the right place. All right, we not some of these other guys and ladies around that just kind of pander to y'all know certain people and their feelings and emotions and all that, right? Like they're doing over there in the DNC up in Chicago right now, the Do Not Care event. All right. Better known as the Democratic National Convention. Care because they really don't care for real. They really don't. They really don't. But they use language and they use certain things and things to make you think they're really on your side and they really aren't not on your side. Just look at the way the country has been run into the ground by the Democratic Party who has been in office the last 4 years. It's not hard to see, right? It's crazy to me that they even it's crazy to me that they're pushing this messaging about hoping and changing and all that, all that Barack Obama stuff back from '08. They're recycling that language, but it's like, what are we hoping and changing for? Y'all been in office for the last 4 years. It's not like y'all are taking over for somebody else. Y'all are in office right. Kamala, you're in office right now. What are you talking about? Anyway, it's insane to me. But we got to talk about that whole thing and just let y'all know, man. This show right here is being brought to you by my fundraiser. All right. I partner with my auntie. She is a consultant for Pampered Chef. And so we have a group right now on Facebook. It's called the Change Nonprofit Organization Fundraiser. All right. So join that group. Once you're in the group, you can hit the link. All right, which I will show you real quick, like, but you'll hit this link and you'll go to and you will go to the website and you can make your purchases, and then a percentage of all the profits will go to my fundraiser, which is for Change Nonprofit Organization. And here it is, right here is the group. You know, there's the link right there. So yeah, join that group. And if you're in the group, thank y'all for joining. I do appreciate it. We're trying to raise some money for Change Nonprofit. Now, if you don't know what Change Nonprofit is, Change Nonprofit is an organization that got started back in I believe 2018 by Ashley Monique Robinson. She's the founder. They do some great work in the community. They're based over on Oak Street in Montgomery. All right, that's the west side. That's right across the Oak Street is right across the street from Carver High School. All right. So if you know where Carver High School is, across the street, that's Oak Street. Go down that road. Change Nonprofit is on the left hand side. They offer many programs. They have tutoring. They have a clothes closet. They do back to school drives like every year. They just had one, of course, about like a month ago to get ready for this school year. They have a barber shop. They have a a media center where they have multiple computers. It's four in there, if I'm not mistaken, and a printer. You can do research, do homework, whatever the case is. They got that ready for you. Did I mention they got tutoring? They have mentorship. So they have Young Men on a Mission that's in the building, and that's run by Nick Rankins. So they have, I believe, about a dozen young men that are a part of that program right now. Man, they have a lot. All right, and it's like every year they're adding programs. Okay, so they're really doing some great work in the community here in Montgomery, Alabama, to really help these young men, these young women be on the pathway to success. All right. Because a lot of times we all know some of, the environments that people grow up in, their home life and the schools that they attend and that type of thing, the neighborhood they grew up in, they have um, all these negative focuses, right? That's all around them, trying to pull them in different directions that are not successful, not pathways to success. And so they are offering a lot of help. Okay, so that's what I chose to raise some funding for that organization through this fundraiser. All right, so be sure to go to Facebook. You can search it, change nonprofit organization fundraiser. All right, or just reach out to me. Message me, and I'll send you the link. All right, but that's that. All right, so I would appreciate y'all go and check out the link to Pampered Chef and buy some products. I will be heading over there myself to look at some items. I personally don't really put it down in the kitchen like that, but not saying I don't know how to, uh fry an egg and all, I can do a little something, something, but that's not really my thing like that, man. My wife, she is on top of it. All right. That's the master chef, all right, in the house. So um I'll make sure I get some products for her. How about that? Right? I benefit from that because she cooks and then I eat the food. So anyway, but y'all head over there, man. Head over there and join that. So this show is brought to y'all by that. Let's let's talk about some things, man. Let's talk about some things. So I did a video. I did a video. Was that yesterday? Yesterday. I did a video yesterday and I released it yesterday. And it's about Montgomery being named as one of the best places to live in the United States of America. We ranked like number 54. And more interestingly, we were ranked number 2 in safety. How, Sway? How? How is that possible? Well, when I did my video, I was explaining they looked at 2022 stats. Now, even still, we know 2022 was not a low crime year for Montgomery. All right, we still basically doubled the homicide rate compared to, let's say, you know 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, ridiculous. But they looked at 2022. They didn't look at last year. They didn't look at 2021 or whatever. It was 2022. Now, it's just to me interesting because the same people who did this list of best places to live and they put Montgomery on the list, that was US News and World Report. All right, US News and World Report. They they do this list like annually. And what's interesting is they happen to do another article, all right, that came out last month of this year. Last month, July. What was that article about? It was about Montgomery's crime. Montgomery's crime was so bad, the article was talking about the state coming in to intervene on our behalf, on the citizens' behalf, because the city has not been adequately handling crime. Right? We all know this. This is not a secret. All right. Everybody knows that we have had these issues for the last 4 years, really. Last 5 years, because look at 2020, 2021, 22, 23, and now this year, 24. Same issues. And so the article is talking about, the Metro Area Crime Suppression Unit. All right, MACS. They've been in town. Aaliyah's been here. Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. They've been here. The Montgomery County Sheriff Department, federal agencies. There have been a plethora of law enforcement agencies outside of the city of Montgomery coming here to deal with our crime. But yeah, we just made the number 2 safest in America. Like, come on. Who are y'all kidding, man? Like I said in my video that I did, who put the call in? Did somebody put a call in and said, "Hey, we want y'all to look at these stats, but don't look at this year, this year. Look at this year right here." What y'all should do was tell them to go back to like 2010. You know what I'm saying? Go look at stats from 2010 because there's nothing in the last 5 years you can look at and really get and be serious and say we're safe. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Montgomery's not even a safest city in Alabama. All right, we probably top 3, at least top 5 worst crime cities in Alabama. All right. Bessemer be on there, Birmingham, Selma, probably some other little spots, Mobile. I don't know if they be on there or not. Montgomery definitely would. I mean, come on. Anyway, they I think somebody might have put a call in to say, "Hey, we need y'all to use some certain numbers or whatever." Because that's crazy. Then in the article, they compared us to other metro areas that they said are similar to Montgomery. Miami, Miami was on the list. Raleigh, North Carolina was on the list. How? In Virginia Beach, Virginia. How? Those cities are way bigger than Montgomery. I don't know what U.S. News and World Report is doing. I don't know what y'all looking at. I don't know who's running y'all program over there, but y'all out y'all mind. Y'all out of your mind. Y'all could have named Huntsville. Huntsville probably is, what I'm saying, up there. Yeah, Huntsville got a fraction we got in Montgomery, and that's in the same state, and they're about the same size. So anyway, so that happened. That happened right there. But y'all go back and check all my videos out, man. I put some other videos out too regarding the city council meeting that happened this past Tuesday. This past Tuesday, city council meeting. They dealt with some, crime activities and whatnot. Infusion Lounge, located on Troy Highway, somewhere on Troy Highway. I don't know where it is, man. I don't hit the club like that. All right. But somewhere on Troy Highway, Infusion Lounge is located, and apparently they've been having some issues. All right. Apparently they've been having some issues, a few fights, maybe a few gunshots ringing out. Um, and it's been an issue, right? There's apparently videos. They have videos. I haven't seen any videos that I'm aware of, but apparently city council saw 'em. City council for Netta Riley and Judy Beard. What's the lady name? I think that's the name. Judy Beard on the city council. They saw it. They saw videos. Arundel Mitchell saw 'em. They that CC Calhoun, all them saw 'em. So there's these videos on out there and people fighting and girls getting beat up and all kind of stuff, man. The thing is, they were, really hounding the Infusion Lounge manager who was there at the city council meeting. Shout out to him for showing up. A lot of people don't show up. They do not show up. He showed up. So, and he was making his case about, hey, we do what we can. We have security, we try to address issues as they occur, and we try to prevent certain things from happening. But it's just a certain element of people who come to the parking lot and cause issues, right? So here's the thing. There's a certain there's a certain point where the responsibility of the business ends and the responsibility of the city begins. All right. I want y'all to hold that thought for me. Let that marinate for a moment while I do something. And if you're watching, hit that like. It literally takes no time. Just hit the like. Just hit the like. It takes no time. Hit the like. Now, if you want to do something a little extra, hit that share. Most definitely hit the share. That would help as well. And man, if you really want to just be down, if you want to be anchored down in the Captain's Quarter Show content of what I'm bringing, hit that follow. That way, when I drop something, you'll see it, right? You'll be able to see it. Then you can hit the like on it. Then you can share it, right? But I would appreciate that for sure. For sure. And I'm gonna pick up right where I just left off because I want y'all to marinate on what I just said. There's a certain point where the responsibility of the business ends as it becomes to comes to issues, right? Criminality, and then the police department or the city, their responsibility begins, right? There's a certain point in that. There's a certain point in that, and we're gonna talk about that in just a moment. I'm going to talk about that and break that down. What I mean by that. All right. So let's talk about Infusion Lounge. So in regards to Infusion Lounge, okay, they are having these issues, right? These fights, these gun shootouts, and all this type of stuff is happening, right? People getting mollywopped out there in the parking lot. Well, okay, the city is telling them y'all need to do better. Y'all need to up your security, whatever case. All right, here's the thing about the security. All right, I do security. Okay, I do security, and I've been certified by the state of Alabama to do armed security. So I understand how I understand this right here. So the law allows you as security to do certain things in regard to handling a person who's out of order, right? Who's out of control, who's acting outside the purview of a person who is coming to patronize a business. Okay. So you have when you see somebody, let's say, for example, a person has a gun, right? Let's say y'all have a rule on your at your business that says at this bar, at this club, at this lounge, whatever the case, you cannot have a firearm on the premises. Okay. Then let's say you see an individual who has a firearm on his hip, in his pants, or whatever the case. You see it. Now, that alone is not criminal, right? That alone is not criminal necessarily, right? Just because you as a business have a rule that says not to have a firearm here and a person brings one, that's not criminal, right? The only way it's criminal is if the person is maybe a felon and they can't be in possession of a gun, but at the same time, the business can't make that into a criminal thing. All they know is, look, our policy is you can't be here with a gun. All right. So at that point, what are they told to do? All right. Well, you probably want to reach out to the person. Hey, hey, can't have a gun on the premises. I would appreciate it if you, not to have that here, or leave that in your vehicle at least. Don't bring that. Don't have that on you in the parking lot. Don't, if you want to, if you're coming into the business, then, and this is how we've handled it before. If you got somebody in the parking lot hanging out, look, hey, either we're gonna need you to leave the premises, or you know, come on into the building. Right? We don't like people hanging out in the parking lot. That's the last thing you want to have happen, because that's where the issues happen, and that we're gonna get to that in a minute too. So you tell the person can't come in with a gun, don't need to be here with a gun, and the person says, "If you, right? If you, I shoot this whole thing up." Okay, at that point, what are you supposed to do? Call the police. All right. So the responsibility has now ended. Once that business calls police, their responsibility of the situation has pretty much ended, right? Because the person has threatened, I'm gonna shoot this whole place up. Come play with me if you want to. I'm gonna light this thing up, right? It's gonna be lit up like a Christmas tree. It's gonna be the 4th of July in August. All right. So at that point, they call police. Responsibility is off of them now. Now you're waiting for the police to show up and deal with this person, right? Well, with our current situation with MPD, not only MPD, let's talk about the 911 service. You call 911 to report the crime, report the issue. They might not answer the phone. They may not answer the phone. If they do answer the phone, they're probably gonna put you on hold. And if they come back off that hold and they do take your report of what's going on, The police may or may not show up. So when the city is telling a business, you got to do better and this and that, and you got to communicate with MPD and let us know what's going on. To a certain extent, it's the responsibility is off of the business because they've called police and they are not showing up. Right? That's a lot of the issues. That's a lot of issues. Like we're not going to skate past that as if that's not the case. Right? We're not going to skate past that as if that's not the case because I know personally, man. I know personally. I've called 911 on specific issues, and man, one time nobody showed up. Another time it was like an hour and a half later. You know what I'm saying? If the situation had exploded into something else, I mean, I would have had to deal with it myself. It's like so I'm saying that to say at a certain point, the business's responsibility of the situation ends, and now it's on the city to step in, take responsibility of the situation, right? But they're not able to do that because they're extremely thin on police, especially police at nighttime on Friday night, Saturday nights. There's from what I've been told from people who work MPD and know people that work MPD, they got like a handful of officers for the whole city of Montgomery that work overnight, right? They're having shootouts, they're having people getting stabbed, getting beat up, they got stores getting robbed, they got places getting burglarized, they got people that's walking all up and down Atlanta Highway and Troy Highway and all kind of places just wandering around, causing issues with people. Like people call police for all type of different reasons. So if they're going to another call, how can they be at two calls at once? They can't do it. So something's got to give, right? That's the issue right here. But see, if if the city council was more cohesive and would be honest and keep it real and stop playing games and stop taking sides and stop being friends with certain people like Mayor Reed, who is his responsibility to make sure these things are in order, make sure the police department is fully staffed or at least staffed enough to where we're not having these issues. If certain people on city council would keep it real and keep that same energy, the same energy that y'all got for the Infusion Lounge manager that was up there when y'all were drilling him, Aronde Mitchell. You was drilling the man, right? If you had that same energy with Mayor Reed about dealing with this crime, maybe we could get somewhere, right? But you're not holding him accountable. You holding the Infusion Lounge manager accountable. But again, his responsibility ends at a certain point because he's done what he can do. What you want the man to do? Die over what? Die over what? You go tell the person, hey man, can't have a gun here. The dude tell you, man, F you, I'll shoot this whole thing up. What you want the man to do? Be Superman? I mean, come on. He called police. Are they gonna show up or not? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna show up, Aronde Mitchell? I mean, come on. At a certain point, keep the same energy you got for him with the mayor, and that ain't happening. That's not happening. That has not been happening. That's why we're at this point right here. Because some people want to play friends and want to play I got your back game, and I'm gonna sweep this under the rug with you. And now we're here at this point, and now you over here talking to the man, talking to the budget in guy who's not even the owner of the place. His dad is the owner of the budget in right there on Troy Highway. If you know, you know. All right, budget in, that place been there for like 30, 40 years. I mean, ever since I've been a kid, that budget in has been over there on Troy Highway, across from the Dollar General, the old Mr. Meat. The old Mr. Meat store where now it's like it's some Hispanics that have like a tire shop or something there. Across the street, it's a little motel, little rundown motel, all kind of prostitution, drug dealing, all kind of stuff been going on there forever. forever. It's nothing new. But the same energy that you have for that man up there talking about his business having all this criminal activity, have that same energy with the mayor. That's his job. But he too busy being up in Chicago for the DNC because that's more important than dealing with Montgomery and our issues, right? I'm just keeping it 100, man. In a Rondé, I done asked you plenty of times come on the show. You know what I'm saying? You can address it yourself. You can come on here right now if you want to. I was trying to get some people on here. They didn't really work out. One of the people is in Chicago right now for the DNC that I was trying to reach out to. I didn't realize it until after the fact. But uh, but hey, you can jump on here though. You're welcome. You're welcome to jump on here. We can have that conversation. But I'm gonna keep the same energy if I was on the phone with you, if I'm on here with you, or we standing in face to face. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Keep the same energy that you have for these business owners who you're saying that they're the reason why the criminal activity is happening. Keep that same energy with the mayor. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you did that, I wouldn't have nothing to say. I'll say, hey man, you can hold these people accountable because hey, you holding the mayor accountable. I see you at city council holding him accountable, telling him, hey man, we gotta do something about this. Like we gotta stop. You gotta stop traveling around the country. You gotta stop going to Atlanta and DC and New York City and Chicago and Milwaukee and everywhere else. You gotta stop going around the country, bro. We got issues to deal with. Let's get to work. If you did that, man, I wouldn't have nothing to say. I wouldn't have nothing to say, but hey man, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Glenn Pruitt, he talk about it. Glenn Pruitt talks about it. You know what I'm saying? He about one of the only ones up there that really talk about, hey man, we gotta deal with this, man. This is a problem. This crime is an issue. Let's deal with this issue. You know what I'm saying? I might not agree with everything that he wants to do to deal with the issue, but I give the man credit. The man is actually speaking up. Judy Beard is speaking up. You know what I'm saying? You got certain people that's speaking up. Some that they're not really speaking up. Some more quiet, and then you got some like your Aronde Mitchells who are just complicit. They like, yo, we're not even gonna talk about it. Not in regard to the mayor. We're not gonna talk about it because y'all be buddy buddy with him or whatever. Whatever y'all got going on, man. I don't, I ain't gonna tell you too much of y'all business, but I mean, it is what it is. Everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can see, man. Y'all little clique up there. You know what I'm saying? CC Calhoun, Marche, and Aronde. Y'all got y'all little clique up there. You know what I'm saying? If the mayor goes away, y'all gonna go right behind him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't see y'all calling them out on too much of nothing. Too much of nothing. And last time I checked, man, y'all supposed to represent y'all's constituents in your district. You're not there to represent the mayor. He represents himself. Right? He represents himself. He has legal counsel that sits right beside him at every city council meeting. Everyone that he's at, you know what I'm saying, that when he shows up, right? Because like I said, he's in Chicago right now, so he couldn't make it Tuesday. He's in Chicago all week. You know what I'm saying, dealing with a DNC, right? And he represents a position as mayor in Montgomery, Alabama. That's a nonpartisan position, right? You don't run as a Democrat, a Republican, Green Party, Libertarian, none of that stuff. You just run for mayor. You don't run. You're not voted on as a party ticket. So why are you in Chicago for the Democrats? I thought you weren't a Democrat. This is what people told me. People told me back in 2019 when I was telling people, don't vote for Mayor Reed. Don't vote for this guy. He's not for Montgomery. He don't have your best interest. He's talking. He just doing this right here. That's all he doing. I said all that in 2019, and people that black people, they were like, "Man, we gotta make history, man." He know what he doing. He got experience in politics, and he's smart, and he's a Q dog, and he went to Morehouse College or whatever college he went to. He went some black university or whatever. Like that matters. Like that really means something. Whoop-de-doo. Congratulations. I mean, cool. Care less. You know what I'm saying? He sucks as a mayor, like I said he would. But anyway, I said all that then. Don't vote for the man. And people was like, he gonna do what's right for us and whatever. This the change we need in Montgomery. That's what people were saying that, man. That was like we were tired of having all these white men be mayor. They want a black man to be mayor. That's really what it was. If people want to keep it real, I remember because I've been having these conversations, right? You see where I'm at right now? I've been talking to people, right? I was at work talking to people, and people was like, man, we vote for Reed, vote for Reed. Like, man, y'all smoking something. Y'all smoking something. If y'all really think this man finna be a good mayor. And then people said, man, he ain't. I said, man, he a Democrat. He ain't no Democrat. You can't even run for as a Democrat to be mayor. It don't even matter what you. Okay, well, his daddy a Democrat. His whole family a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? How come when the whole gay thing was going on, when the whole gay marriage, homosexual marriage was happening, when he was the probate judge, how come he took that side of that? That was the Democratic Party pushing that at that time. Back in, what was that, like 2010, 11, something like that, 2012, somewhere? Yeah. He pushed that. He got behind that. Right? Like a Democrat would. At that time, a lot of Republicans are getting behind that now. But back then, 2010, in that period, man, it was even Democrats that was like, nah, we ain't with that. Even back then. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And I'm sitting right here in this chair. I ain't moved a muscle. So back then, he was pushing Democrat policies, Democrat agenda. He ran his campaign with all Democrat propaganda. What did he say? I'm gonna be the first black mayor of the city of Montgomery. He led with that. That was the first thing that the man said before telling you what he was gonna do for Montgomery. I'm a black man. Y'all be able to vote. Y'all can make history, vote me in. That's the Democrat playbook. Push your skin color, because that's most important. These people was talking about they love God. I know y'all finna get mad at this one right here. But it's real. These people that claim to be they Christ-based people, they believe in God and all this stuff, man. These people, their skin color is more important than God. Their skin color is the most important thing in life. Everything that they do is based on they're black, so they did such and such, or they was the first black to do this. The first, that's all they care about. Their color is top. Color come first, then God, and that's real. That's real. That's y'all grandmamas I'm talking about. I'm talking about y'all grandmamas, y'all auntie. I'm talking about y'all cousins. I'm talking about your mama. All these people, most of these black people, they look at color is most important. Is most important. Most important. If it wasn't that important, then why do they keep talking about black this, black that, black everything else? If it wasn't that important, we wouldn't have 15 museums downtown for being black. You know what I'm saying? If it didn't matter, if it didn't matter as much, we wouldn't have 2 or 3 legacy museums. We wouldn't have a Rosa Parks Museum and every other museum we got down there that's about civil rights and slavery. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all correct me. Correct me, because I could have sworn y'all the same people that made a big deal about the whole riverboat, riverfront brawl, whatever they want to call it. That whole thing that happened. People was talking about, oh, that's racism and stuff. How's it racism? But a man touched another man's boat, right? First rule, don't touch another man's property without his permission, right? When the last time somebody got in your car and y'all riding down the road and you got the radio on, they turn the radio off? Is that how y'all operate? Do y'all just let random people get in your car and operate your car? Turn your radio down? Change your radio station? Nah, I don't think that's how that works, right? So likewise, when somebody got their boat parked somewhere, another man ain't supposed to just go touch their boat and move it. I'm just keeping it real. I don't care what that man looks like. All right, I'd be saying the same thing if the man that moved the boat was Asian, if he was so called white, if he was Hispanic. I don't care what he could have been. The point was he did something, and as a result of doing that, which he shouldn't have done, then them people reacted that way. Did they react the correct way? No, they didn't react the correct way. I give you that. But for every action, there's a reaction. For every decision and choice, there is a consequence. It may or may not equal the choice. It may or may not be fair. But you know what I'm saying? You do certain things, you're gonna get a certain reaction. It's just right, wrong, and indifferent. That's the way life works. That's real life. That's real life. That's being big boy, right? That's being a big boy. You gotta understand. If I do this, something might happen. And I might not like it. But hey, you gotta be able to live with that. And some people die over that. Some people make decisions and they die over it. That's real. So when it came to that whole riverboat thing, they had this whole hoopla, whole just fight people, hitting people with chairs and all kind of stuff, right? And it was so big to people that they still talk about it today. They had like a whole anniversary for the thing. Tell me that color don't matter to these people. Color matters to these people. Like it's top of the list. See, a lot of that is why Montgomery can't grow. Montgomery can't go into a better direction. Montgomery is getting worse. I don't know if people real. I don't know if people realize this. Like Montgomery is not like all this, first black mayor and all this stuff. What good is that doing us? We're getting worse. Have y'all not noticed? Have y'all not been to the stores and seen the lack of customer service? Have y'all not been around and seen the gun shells sitting in parking lots where people just randomly shooting guns off? Have y'all not seen stores get robbed more? Have y'all not heard about people getting robbed more? Have y'all not heard about people getting shot more, beat up more, stabbed more? Have y'all not seen these things? I guess y'all don't know about the man that got beheaded. I mean, people just don't. They just like it's blind. Like they just walk around like this right here. I don't see nothing. I don't see all I see is just I mean, right now I'm looking at blackness right now. You know what I'm saying? All I see is black. You know what I'm saying? Black everything, black excellence. You know what I'm saying? Black girl magic. Uh, that's all I see. I don't see nothing. I don't see no crime. Crime where? If it is some crime happening, I mean, Mayor Reed can't do nothing about that, man. Mayor Reed can't do nothing about that. I mean, what y'all want him to do? Go out there and stop the crime? He supposed to be out there policing everybody? I mean, I don't see what y'all talking about. That's what people do. That's what people do. They literally just walk around like as if everything is fine. Nothing has changed. Nothing's worse. We imagine that the Montgomery Mall closed because of crime. We imagine that Troy Highway has gone to crap over the last 20 years because of all the criminals and all the crime that's happened. We've imagined that the Walmart on the boulevard is the worst spot to be in, one of the worst spots to be in Montgomery, period. We've imagined this. A police officer got shot at that same Walmart some years ago. We imagined that too, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Kids have been murdered in Montgomery. More kids have been murdered in Montgomery than died of COVID. But we just imagined that. It didn't really happen. That's what y'all telling us, right? Y'all shut down schools because COVID was such a big deal. How many kids died? How many? I want somebody to tell me. I've been asking the question since 2020. I've been asking the question. How many kids have died from COVID? Hmm. Hmm. Just wondering. I'm just wondering. How many kids have died from violence in Montgomery? Ooh. Ooh. It's gonna be a lot. You probably gonna lose count. You probably gonna lose count. We got a 6-year-old boy that got murdered a couple years ago. He went to Brubaker Intermediate or Brubaker Primary, one of those schools over there. He got murdered by like some guy that was sleeping in his mama's house. I can't remember all the details, but all I know is the man woke up. The little boy was there. He shot the little boy, killed him. You had a 13-year-old girl. I believe she was Hispanic. She got killed. You had you had many kids from teenager age to like 10 years old, all the way down to like 5, 6 years old. Since Reed, this is since Reed been in office, and people act like they ain't really. I guess we imagining that they ain't really happening. And if it is happening, Reed can't do nothing about it, right? I mean, the logic y'all have, man. Reed can't do nothing about it. I mean, what is he supposed to do then? If he's not supposed to do anything about crime, what is he there for? If he doesn't have anything to do with crime, why did he say, "I run MPD. I run the city of Montgomery"? Why would he say that? If it wasn't real, why would he say it repeatedly? See, I think some of y'all have selective hearing, right? So y'all hear certain things that y'all want to hear. So if he says that, you don't know what he's talking about. I ain't hear that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all blind. I don't know. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. That's how y'all do. But when when somebody says somebody Trump, you know what I'm saying? They'll make a whole lie up and say, man, Trump went to Montgomery, man. He was in Montgomery the other day, man. He was calling us N-words. And then people run with that as if that's real. You heard that loud and clear, although it's a lie. You see what I'm saying? This is how y'all operate. Y'all believe into stuff when y'all want to believe it. But when you don't want to believe it, you don't know what nobody's talking about. You never heard it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we know. We know. Yo, check this out. Check this out. And no hate. No hate. I'm not hating. I'm not hating when I show y'all this. I'm not hating. I am not hating when I show y'all this. I'm just showing y'all. I'm just giving y'all the news. I'm just showing y'all what's going on, right? That's it. Showing y'all what's going on. Oh, excuse me. Hold on a second. Let's go back. There we go. Boom. All right. So yeah, y'all know who this is? All right. Phillip Ensler. All right, state rep, District 74, Montgomery. Kirk Hatcher. If I'm not mistaken, he's a state rep. Not sure exactly where. Somewhere around here. I don't know where. He's not my state rep though, right? Phillip Ensler is my state rep. Uh, yeah. So as you can see, they are in Chicago. You see right there, DNC. Do not care. The Do Not Care event. So y'all see DNC all over the place. Yeah, that's where they are. You know what I'm saying? That's where our people went, man. For a whole week, pretty much. For a whole week, they had to go up there and Chile for the camel toe. I mean, excuse me, the Kamala Harris campaign, right? Because they're pushing Kamala camel toe, whatever her name is. They're pushing for her, right? Because we need hope and change. We need somebody new that's gonna come in and give us a breath of fresh air and make sure we pump this economy up and stuff. Hold on a second. Ain't she in office right now? Yeah, she the VP. Hold on a second. She's VP to Biden. Biden, he was the VP for Obama. Okay. Obama was pushing hope and change. Okay. Then his VP was Biden. Now Biden's president. His VP is Kamala Toe, and now she's running for president. Interesting. And they're still pushing hope and change. What we hoping and changing for if y'all have been in office for the last 4 years. What are we changing? I thought y'all had things under control. I thought y'all had the border secure. I thought y'all had a wrap on the economy. I thought gas prices were getting better. I thought that the stock markets were doing better. I thought that inflation was down. I guess not, huh? If y'all gotta do all that hoping and changing, and y'all are literally in office right now. Y'all, these people play y'all like fools. Like they really count on you to be a dummy. For real. To not be able to understand that they're in power right now. But they're talking as if they're not in power. They're talking as if Trump is president right now. Trump ain't been in there. He left. He, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all, did some things and y'all got him up out the way. Right now he's trying to get back in, but he hadn't been in there. Y'all been in there. So why are you talking like as if somebody else is in charge? Y'all in charge. It's insane to me. It's insane to me that they are able to pull the blinders over people. That is just insane to me. Now somebody sent me a message. I'm not sure who originated the message. I'm not sure who originated this message, but basically they're talking about Mayor Reed being at the DNC, the Do Not Care event over there in Chicago, and basically, basically, I guess he got interviewed. Mayor Reed got interviewed, and he mentioned the whole riverboat fight, and was mentioning the use of a chair, the use of a chair in a fight or whatever the case, right? To I guess stamp out racism or something. Now I looked it up. I tried to find it. I don't see anything. But if somebody has that video where he's being if somebody has an interview where Mayor Reed got interviewed and talking about the riverboat fight and talking about the use of a chair and laughing about it or making it into a political point, then I want to see that definitely. I'm finna try to find it again. Y'all know I can't see Mayor Reed's page on Facebook, his personal page because he got me blocked. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it. I literally cannot see his page. Um they blocked me a while back. It might have been something I said. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I need to get an explanation about that. I don't know how many people he actually has blocked on his page. That's very interesting to me. But that is the case. That is the reality of the situation. But that's my personal page, you know what I'm saying? I might have to use my professional page and see if I can pull it that way. Hold on a second. What is this? Bro, these people are crazy, bro. Bros and broettes. This is crazy. So Chip Hill is the chief of staff, I believe, for Mayor Reed. I think he's the chief of staff. He put out this post on Facebook. It says Mayor Reed's administration more money into the MPD than any mayor in the history of the city. And that's a quote from interim chief Jim Grayboys. Man, look, what does that mean? Invest more money? What do you mean? See, they love to say these like these little use these little sentences or these little quotes and things that people say. But let's look at this situation. Let's really talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that real quick. So he's saying Mayor Reed has invested the most money than any mayor into MPD. Okay, all right, cool. That's the Reed that was trying to defund police. That's the same Reed, right? He literally was pushing for defunding police. I remember that, right? Because they were saying they wanted to allocate, or I forgot the word that they used to use, but it means they wanted to transfer certain monies that would go to MPD, and they wanted to move it into another public safety fund, right? Where they can have other departments like the Office of Criminal Prevention or Crime Prevention, whatever they call it. Like that, right? He wanted to divert money to another agency, another program within the government. That's what it was, right? So what you do is you're defunding police. Literally, so he wanted to do that. He wanted to move the funding into somewhere else. That was him. Then he created an environment that was so toxic, and police felt like he didn't have their back to the point where there was issues happening, right? And this is back when we had Chief Finley. Chief Finley was the chief, and he wanted Chief Finley to do certain things to certain officers. And Chief Finley was like, "I'm not going to be unfair to my officers. I'm going to treat everybody the same, right? I'm not going to reprimand certain ones and then other ones let them slide by." So Mayor Reed forced him out of there. That's the same Mayor Reed, right? That you're saying that he invested all this money, or I don't know what money he's talking about, but he invested his money. Okay, all right, cool. So if you want to say, I give you that. I don't even believe it, but I'll give you that. I'll let y'all run with that. He invested more money. Okay, cool. But yet he ran off a chief. Okay, then got another chief in here. All right, under some peculiar circumstances. All right, this is a little weird. Maybe some familial ties going on. But anyway, got that guy in here. That was a bust. I don't. How long he last? A year? I mean, come on. He went in here. The man, his seat. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even keep the seat warm. He wasn't in here long enough. So he had allegations against him. He gone. So you don't ran through two. You don't ran through two. That's right. It's an L right there. You taking a big L. You don't ran off two chiefs. Two chiefs in the matter of like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And we still don't have a chief in place. We got an interim chief. We don't have a chief. And I told y'all when the other guy, Chief Albert, left, I said, man, it's gonna be about, they ain't gonna really start looking at a chief for like 5-6 months. It'll be like the end of the summer. I said that back in like May or something, May, June, somewhere in there. I said it's gonna be like later on in the summer or after that before they hire somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because what does he want to do? Find the perfect person that he knows he can control. He knows that put in there. It's gonna be this, uh, it's gonna have to be a black person or maybe a woman, something like he's got to pick somebody like that. So that's the whole playbook. The playbook is color matters. So he gonna look for that, and all the while, or while doing this, Montgomery suffers, right? And at the same time as all these chiefs leaving, who else was leaving? MPD officers of all ranks. So when he got into office, we had like, I think the number was like 450 or more officers when he got into office. Since he's been in office, we've gotten down to like 250, 260, something like that, maybe less. All right, if we being real, it might be less, but they won't say that though. They keep saying like 280. They want to keep it up close to 300, right? Because it looks real bad. We talk 250, 220. That looks terrible, right? We're supposed to have like 500 plus officers, by the way. All right, we got like 250 to 300. Let's say 300 to be. We'll be fair. All right, I'm being so fair right now. 300. So that's 60%. 300 out of 500. That's 60%. That's 60% capacity. That's crazy. That's crazy. So he did all that, but you wouldn't tell me. You want us to believe that because he invested the most money in MPD, that means something? What does that mean? Look at MPD. Look at this city. Look at the crime stats. Everything's out here for us to look at. We all have been living this for the last 5 years. We can see what's happening. So y'all love to do that stuff. It don't work though. It does not work. Just because you say he invested money. Okay, cool. Didn't he veto them giving a pay raise again? Didn't he just try to shoot that down? I could have sworn it. But now you want to come back and say, oh, he's invested the most money. But he just denied a pay raise. He said he wasn't for that. You can't make this stuff up, man. Mayor Reed is how can I put this, man? How can I put this? Mayor Reed is, I'll just use his word. He's diabolical, right? He's diabolical. And he's just another piece to the puzzle as it pertains to the Democratic Party, right? Because you got the National Democratic Party, right? That's based in DC. That's, they got ties all around the country, but they want you, if you're a mayor or a governor and you're a Democrat, they want you to push certain things, right? And they'll make sure that they put you in place, in position to get these things done, right? Which is why he got all that money back when he ran for 2 campaigns as mayor, right? He got money from them. They funded his campaign, right? They want to make sure he wins. Okay. So once they get him in there, now they gave him this African American Mayors Association president title. All right. So now he's, now he's a prominent guy on the Democrat side, because now he's representing all the mayors, all the black mayors in America. Ooh, ooh, prestigious position right there. That's crazy. Oh man, he like the head black or something. He the head black. He the head black mayor. That's crazy. Anyway, he got that. So what comes with that? Oh, hey buddy, you got to go out here, man. We got to send you to Chicago. We got to send you to this place. You need to do these interviews. You need to be over here cheerleading and campaigning. We need you to hit some somersaults. You know what I'm saying? Some air splits. We need you to get the pom poms and do your cheer. We need to root Kamala on. We need you to do that. All right, cool, no problem at all. Hey, I don't mind not being in my city of Montgomery because I don't want to be there no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to Washington anyway. So hey, if y'all need me to do something, y'all need me to bend over. I mean, if y'all need me to cheerlead for Kamala Harris, I'll do that. Cool, no problem. No problem. Man, where y'all need me to go? Chicago? I mean, I can go all the way out to Seattle if you want me to. You know what I'm saying? It's on taxpayer money anyway. I mean, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Fuel up the jet. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Get the tickets. The city paying for it. The fools over there, them taxpayers in Montgomery, they paying for it. It ain't coming out my pocket. Y'all send me wherever. I go to Japan. You know what I'm saying? This is how this stuff works. This is how this stuff work, man. He just another arm of the Democrat Party, right? And now it's to the point where he can just be honest about it, and it's just in your face. It's at the point where people don't even care. Before they would say, "Man, It ain't about him being a Democrat. He's just the best guy. Now he's pushing the Democrat thing, and them same people are like, oh well, I mean, I mean, it what it is. You know what I'm saying? They trying they for the people. They for the people. They for the pedophiles. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call pedophiles people, then they for some people. Yeah, yeah, criminals, people that do crimes and stuff. Yeah, they for them. They want to get all the murderers out of prison. They want all the drug dealers out of prison. They want all the rapists and all that. Yeah, they want. Yeah, they for them people. Yeah, for sure, for sure. 'Cause they need them people in society. You know what I'm saying? Causing chaos, right? Kind of like in Montgomery, where he's the mayor and all this chaos is going on with all the crime and homicides and things. And what does he want to do? Defund police, have less police officers, fire 2 chiefs. I mean, that's the playbook though, right? You create issues and then you come back and say, "I got the solution." Right? It's like the pharmaceutical companies. Like they literally will at times they work in tandem with these laboratories. They make certain viruses and certain diseases. Those diseases, some kind of way, accidentally on purpose, get released to the public. The public gets sick, and then they come back around with the vaccine. Okay, the vaccine that's going to fix you from the problem that they created. Incredible, incredible. And then they'll call you the conspiracy theorist because you see what's happening. You see the game being played, right? And either they don't want to see it, or they just don't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Or some people they just don't care. I mean, they part of the DNC, the do not care, right? Yeah, for real. For real, for real. See what this is right here. Man, y'all hit that like, share the video, follow the page, the Captain's Quarter Show.
Exists in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Now, let me share this with y'all.
You exist.
So y'all can see this. Oh my god. This is y'all's possibly future president right here, y'all.
Live and what came before you. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Man, y'all. Ooh boy. That's y'all president, man. Y'all want that to be president? Y'all want that to be y'all president? Just cause she in your sorority? Cause y'all sorors? Because y'all are AKAs, you know what I'm saying? Because you AKA and you are alpha or whatever, that's who y'all want to vote for, man. Really? Really? I can't with people, man. I just people are just insane. People are insane. They want to push this lady as if she's the brand new person that just is hot on the scene, and we're supposed to get behind her because she's this innovative voice. You know, she's this new voice. The lady been around. She ran for mayor. I mean, excuse me, not for mayor, for president. All right, she might well go somewhere and run for mayor. I mean, president ain't for her, but she want to run for president. She ran for president already, 2019. I think people must forgot. She ran for president. All right. Who else was on that ticket? You had what's that lady name? Marianne Williamson or something like that. You had Pete Buttigieg. You had Oh man, who all you had? Oh, the dude, Beto O'Rourke. I think you had him running. You had oh snap. I don't think Bernie Sanders ran in that one. I don't believe. Um, man, I'm trying to think who else you had run. Did Bloomberg run? I think Bloomberg ran too. The dude, the y'all know the little short dude. He's shorter than me. Look, dude, he can't even see over the podium. The podium too high for him. That guy, I think he ran too. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people that ran in that campaign, man. Biden was in there, and I remember they wasn't even sure, bro. The Democratic Party wasn't even sure about him running. They didn't even want him to run. I remember that. They was like, "Yo, I don't think we got to find somebody that's suitable." What I'm saying? I remember them talking about it, and then lo and behold, they had those. They went to a few states. Kamala was polling at like 0.0001%. It was ridiculous, sad, really. Um, she had no support. I mean, none, and she ended up dropping out after like 3 states. You know what I'm saying? Normally, the Democrats want to get to Iowa because Iowa is like the measuring stick. To see where you are. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't even make it there, so she got up out of there. But then I remember Biden. They ended up going to South Carolina. Y'all know South Carolina, they real black over there. You know what I'm saying? Country black. You know what I'm saying? Democrat. Them Democrats, them black Democrats, boy, they are deep over there in South Carolina. And he got over there and I remember he won. He won the primary over there in that state and by a hefty percentage. You know what I'm saying? Hefty. I want to say he had like 80%, 90%. It was, you know what I'm saying? No question. They was riding with Biden over there. All right. And so that was like the resurgence right there. Like, because up until that point, the Democrat Party was like, oh, we don't know. We trying to see who gonna be who can perform. And then once he hit that, man, it was on in. You know what I'm saying? It was on in, and then after that, they pretty much put him in the basement somewhere and told him, hey man, you're gonna do these Zoom calls every now and again. We're gonna have Charlemagne. Charlemagne gonna hit you up from the Breakfast Club. He wants to talk to you. Oh, okay, cool. That's a urban platform. They really into the rap and the hip hop thing and drug dealing, shooting mamas and children and all kinds of stuff like that. They into all that type of music, right? Drug using, all that. We'll go over there and we'll make sure you get an interview with him. And while on that show, Charlemagne was asking him about, hey man, what do you think about people that are questioning whether to vote for you or not? They might want to vote for Trump. And that man Biden said, look here, boy. If you got an issue, if you can't determine whether you're gonna vote for me or Trump, all right, ninja boy, you ain't black. Cause your black skin, y'all are stuck to the Democrat Party. Y'all belong to us, boy. And don't you leave this plantation, all right, or I will put you down. That's pretty much what he said. I mean, pretty much that's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard him say. Now I'm being a little, I'm being a little exaggerative. Okay, all right, let's be fair. I'm being exaggerative. What he really told him was, if you got a problem deciding that that you want to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black. That's pretty much what he said. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Basically, don't question it. That's what he was saying. Don't question it. You on our side. If you black, you on our side automatically. Democrat. I mean, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you vote for anything outside Democrat, what are you doing? You going against your blackness. That's what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. Now imagine what if Trump said that. Imagine if Trump said that. Imagine if Ice Cube has this podcast and he invited Trump on there and was like, Trump, man, what do you think about people that they're questioning whether to vote for you or not? Because they think that you're racist and all that stuff. And that man was like, hey man, hey Cube, I like your raps, very good raps, very good raps. I want to say this to the American people: if you can't decide whether you want to vote for me or Biden, I don't know if you're black. If he said something like that, man, people would have lost their mind. They would have lost their mind. They would have used that like they used the whole Charlottesville thing. And he ain't even say nothing in that interview, in that conference. Yeah. Boy, it's a whole different standard, man. Biden can say whatever he want to say. Literally say whatever he want. He had a thing where he was in like Delaware or wherever he from. Y'all know where he from. I don't know where he's from, somewhere up there. One of them little small states on the coast. Delaware, I think. But he was doing this like a campaign event. And he was talking to these little kids. And he was talking to he had a little black kid, little boy standing beside him. He talking about some, yeah, I used to back in the day, I used to be in the pool. I used to be at the pool with all the black kids and they used to rub my leg and watch the hair come back up. And he looked down at the little kid like, yeah, you used to rub my leg. I would hate rub my legs too. Like it was, bro. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. Biden, he done did some things. He has done some things, bro. He is too comfortable with other people's kids. He's talking about kids rubbing his legs and watching the hair come back up. You know what I'm saying? And then he looked down at the little boy that's standing right beside him. Look, sick, man. Sick. No wonder y'all push pedophilia over there. No wonder y'all push pedophilia. And y'all want little 3 and 4 year olds to change their gender. No wonder. Right? No wonder. I mean, y'all president, his own daughter had a diary talking about how she used to take showers with her daddy. And she was like 10, 11, 12 years old or something. You know what I'm saying? Not when she was a baby. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about when she was a big girl. You know what I'm saying? Like 4th, 5th grade or older. Yeah. That's a real thing. She had a diary where she wrote down passages about her daddy, Joe Biden, would take showers with her. And other stuff too. It was other explicit activities happening. Man, look, that's y'all president. Ain't my president. There ain't no way. There ain't no way, man. But see, a lot of people don't know about all this kind of stuff. There again, because they don't really want to know about it. You know what I'm saying? These rabbit holes can go real deep, and people don't want to go down to these rabbit holes because they're gonna find out some things that it might mess up their whole reality, man. It'll change your whole reality. Some of this stuff make you into a new person. For real. For real, for real. But yo, make sure y'all hit that like, share the video, follow the page. I got more content coming. Um, I'm gonna probably drop 1 or 2 videos today outside of this live video. Um, oh yeah, before I get off of here, man, for sure, I gotta say this. Y'all be sure, man. Today is the 23rd of August. That means The Forge movie is releasing. All right, it's at theaters near you. Make sure you go to theforgemovie.com. Check around, see where it's being shown near you. Get your tickets. Take your families out to see this movie. It's fantastic. I'm talking about really good movie. Like the script, the actors, the actresses, the presentation, the visuals. Man, it's a great movie, right? It's pretty much more centered around a young man who's trying to find his way in life, and some people come into his life to help him out. That's all I can really give y'all, man. I don't want to tell y'all the whole story, but it's a very good movie. Your kids will appreciate it. They really will, and I think y'all will too. All you mommies and daddies out there, you uncles, you big cousins, supervisors at work, people just that oversee other people, you'll appreciate it as well. All right, it's dealing with discipleship and mentorship. So if you are a person who wants to see the next generation be the best they can be, right, and push their belief in God to another level, this is a movie for you, man. This is a fantastic, phenomenal movie. I tell you no lie, you will not regret going to see this movie. All right. Yeah, yeah. So y'all go check that out, man. It's in theaters today. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it today if possible. All right. The Forge, theforgemovie.com. Y'all go check that out. I had to put that out there. Um, yeah, I saw that movie back in July, man. It was just awesome. Like literally, it's the first movie in a long time that I've seen that is like it. Like where because most movies when they show men in the movies, they show the men being like inept, dumb. They always try to make them soft. They try to make them like real girly like and metrosexual and stuff. And this movie didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't do that. It was just real authentic. No weird stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a faith-based movie, all right, Christian faith movie. So, but the Christian faith part, that's a theme of the movie, of course, but you really see the storyline unfold outside of that alone, right? It's a real it's so real to a lot of people can relate to it, right? A lot of people will be able to relate to this movie. Right? People that's coming up in the worst conditions, they can understand this young man's plight in his situation. All right. I mean, it's so relatable. It's just a great movie. Y'all definitely go take your kids to go see. If you're mentoring anybody, take them to go see this movie. Take a young person, young man, young female to go watch this movie. Y'all will not regret it. Y'all will not regret it. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. You know, this was episode 39 of the Captain's Quarter Show, hosted by yours truly, L. Milliner, the captain, where I am not afraid to rock the boat. All right, big anchors. All right, big anchors. Man, hope y'all have a good weekend. I really do. Hope y'all have a good weekend. I plan on having a good one myself. All right, all right. My dog over there, he just over there sleep. It's crazy. That is crazy. Blue. Yeah, that boy, he is gone. He is gone. But anyway, I get over here, man. Probably take him for a walk or something before I head to work myself. But hey, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for just man, just supporting in every way that you have so far. You know what I'm saying? And I really do appreciate that. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, being bold, and speaking up, and just being honest about what's happening. Give y'all the facts. Give y'all the reports that have been put out about whatever situation. I'm gonna give you that plus my honest commentary. All right, that's what I'm going to do. Right, right, wrong, indifferent. Okay, I might ruffle some feathers. I might people might not like certain things. All right, like especially when it comes to the female president thing. Some people they really don't like that, but I'm not here to just agree with people and all that stuff. Like I got my beliefs and I'm standing on what I believe in. Now, I mean it. Thank y'all for being here, man. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I am gone. God bless.